Number three is sleep. Sleep is pretty self-explanatory. Um, Diet changes depending if you're bulking or cutting. Even exercise a little bit changes if you're bulking or cutting because you want to do more volume when you're bulking, less volume because you can't handle it when you're cutting. Sleep is always a constant, no matter what. You should be in bed for 9 plus hours. The reason why I say you should be in bed for at least 9 hours is you don't fall asleep as soon as you hit your bed, right? So it's probably going to take you about 20 minutes to fall asleep. So you should be sleeping for like 8.5 hours. And I used to think that that's outrageous. Like, I don't know why these doctors want us to sleep for like 8.5, 9 hours. And then just do me a step right now. Like, do something for me right now. I want you to go to your phone or go to your iPad or go to your laptop, whatever. Check your screen time. So in your phone, literally just go to your settings app. I'll do it myself as well. You're getting unfiltered content. Literally just go to your phone, go to screen time. Check how much time you're spending on your phone. For me, I'm averaging at least 3 hours right now, every single day. I'm on 3 hours every single day. And if I look into that, I'm spending like an hour a day on Instagram, sometimes even 90 minutes on Instagram. And if I want to think about that hour a day, that 90 minutes on Instagram, I'll guarantee you that there'll be at least like 30, 40, 50 minutes of just watching. I would say 40 minutes of just watching brain rot reels. Like, if you think about it, you probably don't like. You're probably not that bad. Like, you probably just don't spend an hour in one block watching reels on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. But let's say 10 times a day, you just spend 5 minutes on reels. 10 times a day on reels for 5 minutes, that's not that crazy. Like, if you're on reels like before eating, after eating, like it won't just be reels, it'd be like just random scrolling that you do. What I'm trying to say is you have a lot of mindless time that you spend on consuming content that you could spend on adding in half an hour to your sleep. I can't tell you how important sleep is. There was a study a while back, I forgot what it is, but there was a study saying basically if you sleep less when you're cutting, then instead of burning fat, you actually start losing muscle, which I thought was very interesting. It's like a big effect. I don't remember the exact percentages. You can probably look back in my other videos and find it out. But basically, yeah, sleep is important. Don't compromise on it. The last thing I want to tell you is lifestyle factors. This is a bit wishy-washy. It's hard to explain, but we'll try. Okay, lifestyle factors. I'm freestyling this whole video. Like, normally I script everything, right? But I'm freestyling this right now, so we'll see how it goes. Lifestyle factors, obviously that includes like consuming harmful things like drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, all that fun stuff. But yeah, ideally you don't want to be doing that. I don't know what my point was, but yeah, excess consumption of things that are addictive is probably not the best for you, and that addictive stuff probably includes like watching content as well. Like, probably like if you're playing video games for a few hours a day, that's not gonna be great either. Like, if you can keep that stuff to weekends. Obviously, if you're addicted to like substances or something, then like that's a different scenario. But for most of you guys, you probably just like spending a bit too much time like doing those habits like drugs, alcohol, stimulants, all that, video games, content. Yeah. Another thing inside lifestyle is your group of friends. So your group of friends will have a pretty decent sized impact on if you build muscle or not, if you lose fat. And there's two ways this would happen. Number one is if your group of friends, like, no offense, if they're all fat or they're all skinny, you're not going to have any pressure to actually build muscle because you're comfortable where you are. But let's say your group of friends, they're all like fit, they all exercise regularly, they're all like pretty much athletes. You'd feel a sense of pressure, and you'll feel like an outsider if you weren't fit, if you weren't jacked. Your group of friends would influence what kind of lifestyle you have, because you don't want to be the odd one out. You don't want to be like the fat kid surrounded by like athletes. The second way your group of friends influences if you're building muscle or losing fat why this input matters is the type of activities you do together. Like if you're a group of friends, I mean, to be fair, everyone that's young does this, but like if you just play games all the time, if you just go out, have a bunch of fast food, don't like go to the gym together, don't play sports together, just stay inside all day, it's not going to be the best for you if you want to build muscle, lose fat. So yeah, your group of friends influences you because you don't want to be the odd one out, and like the actual activities you guys do together. So I would say I've covered most of the basics for diet, exercise, sleep, and lifestyle, and this is why you focus on these inputs. So how do you actually measure if you're doing these inputs? What I like to do is I like to have habit trackers. So basically how this works is, I'll do a little quick one here. You got these two lines here. You got the date. So let's say it's December here. Right now it's December 11th. So you got the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 16, 17, 18. So you got like, it's going to go on for a month usually. But yeah, you got December here. And then on this axis you got, you can call that cals is calories. So for bulking, let's say you want at least 2800 calories or 3000 calories, whatever you want. So if you had 2800 calories that day, you would give it a tick. If not, then you would give it a cross. Okay. So you would track, am I doing this habit correctly? Exercise, you can just call that like gym. If you're not going to the gym, you can just call that like just call it gym for like simplicity. That's if you're working out that day or not. Depending on your plan, like if you're on a 4-day split, you can just do cardio the other 3 days. If you're on a 6-day split, if you're planning a rest day, then you can just tick if you have a rest day. So if I'm doing push pull legs, if that's scheduled to be a rest day and I follow my plan, then I would tick that as well. So yeah, that's how you do the gym part. You'd have another column here for sleep, and I would put 8H because I want 8 hours. If I hit 8 hours, then I'll tick. If I don't, then I'll hit a cross. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just have this so you can track if you're doing all your habits correctly. I got one up my wall right there. So yeah, I got one on my wall right there, so I can just see, am I doing everything I want to do. Lifestyle, it's hard to track, but you can have another column for eating out. You don't want to be the guy that doesn't eat out at all because it's gonna be hard for you to do social stuff. But if you're going out, if you're like running errands and you end up going fast food, like that's not ideal. So you could just like have that ticked if you're eating out unnecessarily or not. For lifestyle, it's hard to track, but for your calories, if you exercise or not, and if you sleep, it's very easy to track. So yeah. So basically, the point of this video was to focus on what's in your control. It's very hard to measure this, especially losing fat, unless you have like scanners and stuff. For building muscle, you can obviously, like, if you're getting stronger, then you're probably building muscle. But I would say focus on these inputs that we know are guaranteed, pretty much guaranteed to lead to this. Focus on what's in your control. Focus on if you're hitting your calories, if you're exercising consistently, if you're sleeping consistently, your lifestyle factors. Track it on a habit tracker. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.